Banks are training on cross-border payments, Mr. Sammy wants you to know. The cross-border payments are currency exchanges with Iraq and with other international countries. It's really a little deeper training than just saying cross-border payments. Frank, Emo, the training is being done with the new lower notes. To see this kind of training at the borders is fantastic. The Iraqi parliament held a crucial vote on Sunday to approve amendment to the 3-year federal budget law. This decision carries major economic and political implications, particularly for restarting oil exports from the Kurdistan region. This vote is crucial to resolving financial and energy disputes between Baghdad and the Kurdistan region. The outcome will significantly impact Iraq's economic stability, energy production, and the relationship between Baghdad and Erbil. Sudden U.S. move threatens development projects in Iraq. Quote, billionaire Elon Musk, who is leading U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to reduce the size of the federal government, announced the progress of these efforts, pointing to the ongoing work to close the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, according to Reuters. The decision to close the agency is expected to negatively impact development and stability projects in Iraq, which may lead to a reshaping of bilateral relations between the two countries, especially if this lack of international support is not compensated. Question: if Iraq is doing so well with a rate of 1310, why do they need to change it? Mark Z: because it's a rentier economy. Meaning it's not sustainable. They need to properly represent themselves internationally. It's very important for Iraq to change their rate. Al-Sadani: we are a cornerstone in the stability of energy markets. This is how we are viewed. Quote, Iraq's global standing is gaining a brighter image in economic growth, reforms, and increased levels of cooperation in all energy forums. Iraq has become a cornerstone of global oil market stability and is on its way to becoming a regional energy hub. It was Dr. Shabibi that said to our Blue Star, that's his username, his name is John, when he met Dr. Shabibi at the United Nations. John asked Dr. Shabibi, what do you need in order to bring back the value of your currency? After a long pause, he says, well, John, my country needs security and stability to be able to bring back the value of our currency. The United Nations just declared it. The whole world knows it. Everybody you can think of, from IMF, World Bank, BIS, everybody is proclaiming the security and stability that is in Iraq. If you think that's by coincidence, you're wrong. Parliamentary source: Parliament's vote on amending the budget does not mean approving the 2025 schedules. Quote, the 2025 budget schedules were not approved in today's session, while indicating that the vote on amending the budget law was limited to a paragraph related to the Kurdistan region's oil. Al-Sadani and Barzani welcome the passage of the budget law amendment while considering the vote on the law a very responsible step. Will they expose the results of this outcome? I believe they will. They have yet to expose the 23, 24, 25 budget tables. Even though we haven't seen it yet, is probably just not public information. Iraqi parliament approves budget amendment clearing path for Kurdistan oil exports. This will be about $20 million a day in additional revenue. About 400,000 barrels of oil that was not going to the budget. That is over $10 billion per year. They have also agreed and funded salaries. This is an enormous breakthrough over the weekend. Now it's time to send the budget tables and finish those this week. They have agreed on it, now it is time to finish all the paperwork. That is where we are at right now. Catastrophic repercussions will affect everyone. U.S. threatens sanctions on Rafidane Bank. This call was so information dense that I will have to listen to it several more times to digest all of the content. The function of revaluing the currency is completed. The rate is decided. All the numbers are calculated. What is left to do is to be trained on the physical task of properly distributing it. Crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We are so close now, it is crazy. This training can be done in a matter of days. This is why the UST and others are in Iraq right now. This is all brand new ground and you are on the inside of this knowledge. The Institute for Financial Integrity, IFI, based in Washington, D.C., has announced an initiative aimed at enhancing Iraq's banking systems. In collaboration with the CBI and K2 Integrity, will provide training to the NBI, National Bank of Iraq. This will be a huge boost for the banking sector, provide essential training, and drive value. This training is vital to ensure to the investing world that Iraq is up to international standards. Though the RV is completed, this last important step is what is causing what we perceive as a delay. It is no delay at all. It is about how to distribute the funding. This also signals that we are now so close you can just smell the greenbacks as they are distributed, cross borders, to eagerly awaiting American dinar investors. A report by Reuters revealed on Tuesday that the British company BP is preparing to invest up to $25 billion over the life of a project to redevelop 4 oil and gas fields in Kirkuk, at a time when Baghdad seeks to regain foreign investment. The report, which was translated by Al-Maluma Agency, stated that, if the deal is signed, which an Iraqi official who declined to be identified said could happen in the coming weeks, it would represent a breakthrough for Iraq, where production has been restricted by years of war, corruption and sectarian tensions. BP will invest between $20 billion and $25 billion in a profit-sharing agreement that will last for more than 25 years, the Iraqi official with direct knowledge of the deal said. The British company did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the size of the deal, which has not been publicly disclosed. The report continued, the expected agreement with BP will be the second major agreement between Iraq and an international oil company in 2 years, following the agreement reached in Basra with France's Total Energies, which was worth about $27 billion. The report indicated that the agreement with BP focuses on rehabilitating facilities at 4 oil fields and developing natural gas to support Iraq's domestic energy needs, while the Iraqi official said that technical and economic negotiations are progressing well and final contracts could be signed in the first half of February and possibly by the end of this week. The report indicated that, under the terms of the contract, BP will work to boost crude oil production capacity from the 4 oil fields in Kirkuk by about 150,000 barrels per day to raise total capacity to at least 450,000 barrels per day within 2 to 3 years, under the profit-sharing model that was agreed upon. Discussing it, the senior oil official said BP would be able to recover costs and start making profits once production increases beyond current levels, the official said. Economic researcher Abdul Salam Hassan Hussein confirmed today, Tuesday, that the budget was designed with excessive flexibility that allows the region to dispose of revenues without restrictions. Hussein said in a statement to Al-Maluma Agency, the constitutional laws in Iraq are clear and do not require interpretation, but political pressures facilitate circumventing difficult articles and passing these